Hi again, welcome back to my tour of Skyler's world. Today we're going to have a look at some of the Slocum's Joe pieces. There have been some fantastic reviews already, but I just wanted to add a couple of things, i.e. look, we have walls in the Diamond City home plate. Now we're going to be staring at a brick wall for a minute. I just wanted to show there's two walls here. I've managed to snuggle them together and they fitted really nicely, so I'm very pleased with that. That's the one thing that's been really missing, I feel, is the ability to build partition walls in this place. There's only so much you can do with furniture, but and even though the walls don't go right up to the ceiling, it's just nice to have some way of not falling off the top floor. And we go upstairs to the very top. I've started making a bathroom there. This was just me playing about, seeing what I could do with it really. I might shift some things about because I'm really not supposed to be building this right now. I'm just supposed to be concentrating on my two big cities. But we can see the Slocum's Joe t-shirt and trousers. You can put armour over that, which I'm very pleased about. Here we go through into the kitchen. As you will see, I always put a sink in. Those sinks are so useful. And a Coca-Cola machine, of course, and a stove. Again, very basic. I've just begun this place. I just really wanted to see what I could do. This room I might not keep, but I just wanted to show you that you can actually put the ceiling in there as well. It all clips together quite nicely. Made a little corridor. We go through into the lounge dining room. This bit's looking rather cozy already. I must say I'm really loving these new rugs that have been added. In fact, I grab any new building pieces I possibly can because I just love the variety. Little dining room table, and a nice picture to look at while you're eating. And around the back we have an indoor garden. I've used some tricks and tips that I learned from other YouTubers to sink that fire barrel in there. I've left the table alone. I wanted to see actually if the containers there respawn their contents, but I don't think they do. Not sure. Any ideas, guys? Anyway, it's a shame you can't make those ammo boxes actually without any mods, so I've just left those there because those are handy to have. I put that ceiling light up there. You can see in the top left corner it was making this horrible clanking noise as it went round, so I shifted it a couple of times until it stopped making the clanking noise. Anyway, there's the beginning of Skyler's home plate, and we move on now to the Boston airport. So I wanted to test again if you could use this stuff here. And I'm finding different ways to move pieces around. I'm learning so much off other YouTubers. You've done a fantastic job, guys, breaking it all down and presenting it in a very clear fashion. Yes, the Pridwin is no more, sorry. Institute Minutemen build, you see. These red carpets I really like, and I was very happy to find out that one of the arcade pieces takes that texture, that red carpet texture, and puts it into a floor plate. And there's also a blue version, as well as the Slocum Joe's tiles that you've got in about 4 different colours. So I was just having a look to see what I could do with these pieces, and this is how I play. I just mess about with bits, offer them up, shift them round. I bet you do the same thing, because it can be very frustrating sometimes when you've got something in your head you want to do and you don't know quite how to achieve it because of these invisible boxes around things, and also scrap in the way, so I had to shift that. So if there's any questions you've got for me, please leave them in the comments below. You might have guessed I'm really new to this YouTube stuff. I've not scripted this at all, which I think I probably work better not scripting it, because I can just talk along to the video. So yeah, sorry about these massive pauses. I'm just trying to think what I'm doing next. Oh yes, I was trying to cover up these concrete bits that I really wish you could scrap. This little concrete bit sticking up out of the ground. However, it looks like you can cover them up. So I realised that wasn't actually high enough to do what I needed it to do, so I changed tack a bit, shifted the whole thing, and learned. It dropped down there, I don't know. Yeah, I figured it out in the end anyway. You have to mess around with things until you get the effect that you really want. So I don't really know what I'm going to build here. I mean, it might be a marketplace, might be a factory. Quite probably, I tend to use this site for a factory, just because you can't do a lot with it. It doesn't have all the functionality of all the other settlements. I don't quite know why, unless it was something to do with the storyline that they actually scrapped for the Brotherhood of Steel, where apparently you were able to challenge Max and basically take over. And I think if that had happened, this would have been a fully functional Brotherhood of Steel settlement stroke base. Anyway, I figured out how to get the walls up, and they clip very nicely. I like it when they sink into the other scenery just a little bit, so you don't get any gaps. Yeah, I'm probably going to floor this whole area again, just about. But I'm not going to start any new settlements because I'm still working on Starlight City and County Crossing. Which again, I wasn't going to start County Crossing either, but I just found out that it has an incredibly high build ceiling and got a little carried away. I'll show you that on another video, I promise. So, I've spent hours in this game building without knowing the group select function, and all like the pillar glitch and the rug glitch. I've spent hours and hours building. My first 2 characters, I think, I built an awful lot with very little knowledge of actually how to fully utilise all the things that this game offers. So I'm just going to give a quick shout out here to some of my favourite YouTubers I like to follow. Sardeliac, thank you so much, dude. Inspirational shack building. It's just you've taught me so many things, and through your videos I've also found other guys like Wasteland Overkin. She's done an amazing vault recently. It's just incredibly huge. I've never used Vault 88 to actually build a vault in. I've always done like a little underground town, but I might give it a go soon, but not yet. The Schooled Zone, I've learned loads of tips from that guy as well, thank you very much. And a fellow Brit, No Respawns. You've all taught me loads, thank you so much, because I love this game to bits, and now they keep adding things to it on this Creation Club. It's just made the game incredibly playable for me. I know the storyline's pretty much back to front by now because I've played every faction, but the thing that keeps me coming back to this game, the reason why it's in the PlayStation all the time, is the building function. And I must admit, my partner's the same. He finds it's the building which draws him back, not necessarily all the quest lines. Right, so we're back at County Crossing again, and it's still a work in progress. There's quite a bit to do yet, because it is... No, not County Crossing, sorry. Starlight Drive-In, which is now Starlight City. I've just got so much to build. But I couldn't resist putting in a donut shop. Not that I, in real life, even like donuts terribly much, but tea and coffee, yes please. If they sold carrot cake, I'd be in there like a shot. Here we go, Starlight City, Slocum's Joe, the first major new build, although it looks like it could have been there already, as if the cinema had maybe shut down and they're just starting building on that plot, who knows. That's my excuse for it all looking a bit scruffy anyway, because if you were building it from new, you'd think things would be a bit smarter.
Let's see what you got. Great.
Anyway, one of my settlers assigned in her very bright pink outfit. And there's a fantastic array of things, and they've all got really, really useful stats. The one thing I will say about this is it looks a little bit modern, but we're talking about a 50s style retro game, but it's also science fiction, so there's a bit of fluidity there. I think I can live with. I think it's the neon sign that's a bit too modern day for me, but I don't know, what did they have that in the 50s? Very bright icing, not quite sure where they got all the colours from. I don't really want to ask. So I've started decorating something I don't think I'm very patient with. I've seen other people's builds and they're just, wow, they've spent so much time picking things up and putting them down. I glitched a warehouse door in there to be like a little half door to keep the employees bit separate. Now this machine doesn't work, I found out, because sometimes when you place something too close to a station it won't let you interact with it, because obviously your character has to walk round and there's that motion bit of them using it. Again, I've used concrete pillar to lift things up here, piled boxes on top of each other, glitched them into the unit there. That tea and coffee machine does work, as does the donut fryer, and I have spent time decorating the kitchen because I was quite enjoying myself actually. So there's loads of new recipes. There's no English builder's tea though, you know, just regular black tea with some milk and a bit of sugar in there. That's what I'd like. I need that to give my bonuses in the morning anyway. I don't function without tea. But I do like a good cappuccino when I go out. So, donut fryer. Cooking oil is the one ingredient that you will need to find lots of, because if you want to make these donut fries you need cooking oil, and I have scoured the Commonwealth looking for this flipping cooking oil and it's so hard to get hold of, which I suppose is a good thing because you don't want donut fries everywhere. I glitched the sink into that nice silver unit there to make it look a bit more like a kitchen, you know, professional kitchen sink. These new fridges I really like, but I feel the need to fill them with all the stuff that you can actually see through the door. And we go round the corner past the giant donut statue and the potted plants. There's a designated smoking area down this end. I had one family member that smoked and it put me off for life, I'm glad to say. Anyway, upstairs we've got the arcade amusements. I wasn't sure about these to start with because again they're very 80s looking to me. I mean, I'm a child of the 1970s, so you know I grew up with Atari games and such, so it's, my first computer was a ZX81, can you believe? So it's all very basic and kind of harking back to my childhood. Yes, I am that old, I'm 43. We've got a little corner around here. We've got one of the games on the table, Zeta Invaders, I think. Nice comfy chair to sit on, chill out, read a comic. I didn't have many magazines on me when I put the magazine stand up there, otherwise I would have filled it up. I wish there was a way to duplicate and have more magazines and books. As I say, I'm on a PS4 without any mods, apart from the extra add-ons you get from Bethesda themselves. So we have a fire escape, because you need one. And there we go, Slocum's Joe. So come and visit, have a donut. And milk. Yes, there's actual Brahmin milk in there, but I've turned my hood off so you can't tell. I was very pleased to find the Brahmin milk. In my